You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, CBS soap opera fans. It's Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have got an exciting new Young and the Restless promo. This is the return of an Uber villain, and this all spills out the week of May 29th through June 2nd. We are going to tell you what happens in the promo. We're going to break it down for you in the context of the current spoilers for the week, and then we're going to show you this hot new promo so you can see it for yourself. This is all about, of course, really, really bad guy Cameron Kirsten, who has come back to town, and we're going to dig deep into that in just a second. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Young and the Restless spoilers, casting news, everything that you need to know about your favorite CBS soap opera. So there are 6 big scenes in this new promo. The first is Cameron Kirsten himself, the bad guy. He's shirtless, he's scruffy, he's talking to himself in a mirror, and he says, "Welcome back to Genoa City." In the second scene, we've got Chancellor talking to Nick Newman and Sharon Newman at her house. And Chance says Cameron Kirsten was released after serving his original sentence. The third scene is Nick raging. "I do not want this guy anywhere near Sharon or the girls." Then we've got this fourth little scene with no dialogue, and it's Cameron staring at a photo of Sharon on a tablet, and it's her from the society pages of the local paper, and it's her from the gala. The fifth scene is Sharon, tear-streaked with her mascara running, talking about Cameron, saying he is vicious and relentless, and Nick says, who knows what he's going to do. And then the last scene is Sharon hearing a noise at her house, grabbing the fireplace poker and yelling, "Who's there?" All right, let's dig into this. If you don't remember Cameron Kirsten, we have a whole video about him in our Young and the Restless playlist called Sharon Stalker Revealed. We talk about whether it was Cameron or going to be Matt coming back from the dead. It's definitely Cameron. And the whole second half of that video is completely devoted to the history of Cameron Kirsten. I'll give you the thumbnail glimpse. It's been 2 decades since we've seen this guy. He was only on Young and the Restless for a year. He was played by Linden Ashby, who is the real-life husband of Susan Walters, who's the actress that plays Diane Jenkins. Cameron met Sharon Newman in Denver, Colorado, and they slept together. This was while she was dating Nick, but she kissed Victor. Then she freaked out over the kiss. She ran out of town. She ran to Denver. She fell in bed with this guy, and, then she came back to Genoa City, but unfortunately, he followed. He was obsessed with her, and he kept threatening to tell Nick what she had done with Victor. He kept threatening to tell people that she had slept with him, and he wouldn't let it go. Finally, Sharon had to get away from him. He was threatening her. He had assaulted her. He was just a really nasty, bad dude. She had whacked him in the head with a bottle of champagne, just like that bottle of champagne that was sent to Sharon the other day. It's not clear if it's the same bottle or he just rigged it to look like it, and that spot of paint/blood that Nick saw was a sign to remind her that she had hit him in the head with a bottle of champagne, left him in a dumpster for dead. He did not take that well. He murdered the biological father of Mariah and Cassie Newman and left the body, I think, in a sewer with evidence on it that pointed to Sharon, and then Sharon was on the hook for a murder charge against her high school boyfriend, who was no prince himself, who got her pregnant, and then she had given up. She thought it was 1 baby, turned out years later it was 2. So Cameron has this deep history with her, and the culmination of the plot was it wound up with Karen, Sharon, and Nick going out of a plane with parachutes. They landed in a cornfield. They tied the guy up. They called the cops. He was taken away for all his violence and bad deeds. He is out of prison, according to Chance. He has served his time, so he's on parole. It's almost like a 2.0 story about Jeremy Stark, who got out on parole and then came to Genoa City looking for Diane Jenkins. Now we've kind of got a replay with this old blast from the past back, and he's looking for Sharon. And there's really nothing they can do about it because he did serve his time. He is on parole. So as long as he doesn't commit any future crimes, they're safe. But obviously, he's planning to do bad things. Nick says, I don't want this guy anywhere near Sharon or the girls. Who's the girls he's talking about? I'm going to say that he's talking about Mariah because he killed Mariah's biological dad, talking about her wife Tessa just because they're related, and talking about their daughter Aria because she's also at risk, and Faith Newman is back in town. They have brought her back for the summer for this plot so that she will also be at risk because, as a matter of fact, Cameron runs into Faith Newman in Chancellor Park next week. So there is a lot to unpack with all of that. The scenes where Nick's saying, I don't want this guy anywhere near them. Yeah, of course, because he's dangerous and he's terrifying. Then we've got Cameron already staring at a picture of Sharon, stalkerish, in this one scene of her at the gala. And he well knows who Nick is. He knows all about her past. He's probably been stalking her from prison. So this is going to be very exciting. And if you're a big fan of Sharon and Nick, this is the plot that's going to pull them back together and pull him away from Sally Spectra, according to upcoming summer spoilers. Sharon is all teary in the next to the last scene of the promo, talking about how Cameron is vicious and relentless. And Nick said, who knows what he's going to do. That encapsulates the fear around Cameron entirely because he's unhinged. He's violent. He, at least the last time he was around, he had means. So he could afford to do things. And that's always scary when someone has motive, means, and opportunity, which Cameron has made clear all of those are true. Then in the last scene where Sharon's hearing a noise and grabbing the fireplace poker, yelling, who's there? I would suspect that Nick has told his dad and they've got the ranch security on high. But that doesn't mean that Cameron Kirsten will stay away. I tend to think that it's not him, and maybe this is something with Faith showing up or Nick showing up and she's just terrified and it's just going to show how scary things are. I also wonder how deep Chancellor is going to get into this plot. Right now, he's trying to deal with Phyllis's pseudocide and her fake death and all that faked evidence. But he also was building a friendship with Sharon, and it would be a good thing for her to have a cop around the house with this nutbag on the loose. But it looks like Nick is going to make it his full-time job to protect her. And that will be kind of interesting to see the dynamic and whether Chance backs off and if he has another love interest soon. So that's everything in context of the spoilers. We are going to see this stuff unpacking. The scenes where Chance comes to talk to Sharon and Nick at the ranch happens on Wednesday. And then by Friday, we're going to have Cameron interacting with Faith Newman. So it's all very interesting. That's everything you need to know. Get ready to watch the promo. We're about to show it to you. But first, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Young and the Restless spoilers, casting news, promos, everything you need to know about your favorite CBS soap opera. Now buckle up. Here's that promo for next week that you need to see.
Welcome back to Genoa City.
Cameron Kirsten was released after serving his original sentence.
I do not want this guy anywhere near Sharon or the girls.
He is relentless, vicious.
Who knows what he's gonna do?
Who's there?